Good morning, all of you. Now, in this lecture, we'll discuss the type 4, that is 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexane. 1,4 disubstituted cyclohexane. And here again, the example we are going to consider, that is 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. And here, the isomers which are going to be possible, that is cis and trans. And so, the first isomer, that is cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. In this isomer, one substituent to show this is form, one isomer will be axial, whereas the another isomer will be equatorial. And so, if we see this, both the groups are directing to the same side of the general plane. And so, this gives the another isomer by flipping of ring. So, here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and this 6. Now 4 which was below the plane will go above the plane, and 1 which was above the plane will come below the plane. So the group will change the position from axial to equatorial, and here it will change from equatorial to axial. Now if you see these two conformations which are possible, that is either the group is cis axial equatorial, or here cis equatorial axial. So this shows two conformations. So these two conformations which are possible will show the mirror images. And so these mirror images are in this way. So we are supposed to draw the structures carefully, and it's simple to show. Sorry, here it's not 4. Here it's now here again they are directing to the same side of the plane. Here again the same they are going to direct into same side of the plane, that is above the plane. So when this 1 flips to give 2, 3 also will flip to give 4 in this way. So these are the conformational isomers or of the cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. Either it will be axial equatorial or equatorial axial. So what is the optical activity? Now here the molecule is having or showing the plane of symmetry, plane of symmetry, and this plane of symmetry is passing from 1 and 4, 1 and 4, the carbon atom number 1 and 4. And so it's same for all the molecules, all the isomers which are shown here. And so as they exist are is having a plane of symmetry, they will exist as a meso compound, they will exist as a meso compound. So it's optically inactive, optically inactive. And so in this way, here the optical activity of these compounds we have seen. Now what is the relative stability? Now the relative stability is very same, that as only one substituent is present in the axial position in any conformation, that is axial equatorial or equatorial axial. So when one methyl group is present at the axial position, it contributes or it shows 2 butane Gauches conformation. It shows 2 butane Gauches conformation. And when it shows 2 butane Gauches conformation, it contributes 0.9 into 2, it's 1.8 kilocalories of energy seen. And so in this way, we conclude with this cis 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane. Now the trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, dimethyl cyclohexane will show the conformation, cyclohexane will show the conformations as both the groups will be either axial axial, or they will both be equatorial equatorial forms. So here we are having the structure of this 1,4. that both are directing to the opposite side of the planes at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1 is above the plane and 4 is below the plane, directing below the plane, and this is directing above the plane. And so here we'll get this conformation, that is transaxial axial. Now on ring flipping, this molecule will give you the another conformation that is possible, that is the axial will get converted into equatorial and the equatorial will get converted into axial. So this extremely sorry, both the groups are axial in this, and so they will both will get converted into equatorial position. So it's trans equatorial equatorial. And now when these conformations are possible, these are the conformational isomers, and so they will show the mirror images of each other, and these mirror images are again be going to be the same, that is 1 and this is 4. Here it's the equatorial and this is again the equatorial, both opposite directing in the opposite so when one flips to give 2, 3 will flip to give 4, 3 will flip to give 4. And so in this way we are getting this all the 4 conformations which are possible. So these are the all conformational isomers of trans 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexane, out of which the 2 isomers, that is the transaxial axial and equatorial equatorial, are seen. And so this was your geometrical isomer and isomerism and the conformational isomerism. Now the optical isomerism of this compound. What is the optical isomerism of this compound? The optical isomerism of this compound shows that, as again like cis 1,4, here again there is a symmetry of passing from 1 and 4 carbon atom. It shows the plane of symmetry, and as when the molecule will show the plane of symmetry, it will always be optically inactive. It will be optically inactive, and along with plane of symmetry there is center of symmetry also seen in this molecule, and so this is optically inactive in nature. And so again now we want to study the relative stability, and the relative stability of these compounds is that we have seen, as when both the groups are in equatorial position, there is no chance of increasing the internal energy. So trans equatorial equatorial will contribute 0 kilocalories of energy per mole. Whereas when both the groups are axial and they are directing in the opposite direction, so above the plane there are two butane Gauch's conformation, and below the plane there are two butane Gauch's conformation. In all there are so 4 butane Gauch's conformation contributes 4 into 0.9 kilocalories, and so the overall energy of this trans axial axial is for 3.6 kilocalories per mole. And so the order of stability, is that trans equatorial 1,4 trans equatorial equatorial having 0 kilocalories per mole energy is more stable than cis axial equatorial and cis equatorial axial 1,4, and this 1,4, the internal energy is 1.8 kilocalories because only one group is axial, and here the trans 1,4 trans axial contributes 3.6 kilocalories of energy. And so in this way the order of stability of the type 4, that is 1,4 dimethyl cyclohexanes, gives two different isomers, that is cis and trans. In cis we are having two conformations, axial equatorial and equatorial axial. In trans we are having two conformations, trans one equatorial equatorial and axial. So here we conclude with the type that all the four types of conformations or the isomers, which are geometrical isomers which are seen, one is not useful for our studies because it's not showing any geometrical isomerism or optical isomerism. But when the conformations or the conformational isomers for the, if you see the chart, if you just have a chart, a simple chart showing that the cis and trans 1 2, 1 3, and 1 4. This is easy to memorize. That cis 1 2 is your equatorial axial or axial equatorial, whereas trans 1 2 is either is your equatorial and axial. Now when you go for cis 1 3, here you will have axial and equatorial conformations, whereas here you will have equatorial axial and axial equatorial. For 1 4 again the same thing, axial equatorial and equatorial axial, and here axial and equatorial. So this helps you to draw all the conformations easily on the paper while solving any sort of question that may be your one question regarding your 1 2 1 3 and 1 4. So in all we will have nearly, the question may be asked that explain the geometrical and optical isomerism and relative stability of cis 1 2. So this will be one. So in this way we will get this six different questions. We will get this six different questions, and long answer questions will be our three. So here there are in all nine questions that are going to be asked. Means the same thing is being repeated. Only to understand it easily, you are supposed to just keep this chart, or if you just memorize any one, you can write any confirmation easily. And so you can show the conformations, geometrical isomers, and then the, when one group is axial, when one group is axial, it contributes to butane-Gauch's conformation is the most important thing that you want to keep in your mind. And when it contributes one uh, butane-Gauch's, it contributes zero point 0.9 kilocalories. In this way, how many butane-Gauch's conformations are possible that you are supposed to study? So in cis 1 2 dimethyl cyclohexane, the number of butane-Gauch's conformations which are possible are 2. For the trans trans 1 2 equatorial, it shows only one butane-Gauch's conformation. Here it shows axial, for axial it shows 4 butane-Gauch's conformation. Then again in cis 1 3 axial it shows 4 butane-Gauch's conformation. Then equatorial shows 0 butane-Gauch's conformation. For trans, here you get 2 butane-Gauch's conformation, and the same is the case here, that axial equatorial and equatorial axial we get 2 butane-Gauch's conformation. For axial we get 4 butane-Gauch's conformation, and here we get 0 butane-Gauch's conformation. So you can just multiply by 0.9. Only the thing is that where it is extra, in cis 1 3, axial, here you are going to get two butane gauges, that is the two methyl interactions will contribute 1.8 kilocalories extra. So this will show 5.4 kilocalories of energy, and rest will, you can calculate. Here it's 1.8, here it's 1.8, here it's 0.9, here it is 3.6, here it is 1.8, here it is 3.6. So in this way, this chart will help you to memorize and answer any question easily. So thank you very much. And so in this way, we complete our this topic, that is the stereochemistry of disubstituted cyclohexane. Thank you very much.